Right, it's decision time now. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera where I've set it up, but there's a little tiny hole in this corner here. The rust wise is just starting to go on the edge. Now I bought this panel, bottom edge panel, but really all I needed to do is cut the little corner piece out. But I'm sort of deciding whether or not really to put the whole panel on. I think it might be prudent to put it on. At least then I'll have a nice new edge right at the bottom. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Or am I? I'm not sure. It's not actually that bad, but the lip on the other side, I won't turn the door over, but it's actually starting to lift off again, so I think the answer is definitely to do the whole panel. If I do it again, I'm not going to buy this panel, although it's only £25 or something from Clayton's. I've got a little bender, and it's only, now I know the thickness of the steel, it's only sort of 0.8 or a mil. I can actually make a little corner, and I've got a bead roller, and I think it's got some rollers to do that little offset as well, so maybe I won't do that again, but this time I will. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a bit of a chance. I'm going to do the door, repair the door off the car, so I know you're supposed to do it on the car, but I'm not too fussed about the lines. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a measurement here now. I won't keep the tape measure still for a second. Let's do it roughly. So we'll do a nice round number. We're still working imperial, so we call it 10 inches here. Let's do it roughly. About 10 inches here, just roughly. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably sure that someone's going to tell me differently, but I'm just going to mark it with a piece of tape. Hopefully that tape stays on there all the time. Well, that's that. Also I want to mark where the panel comes up to, so I need to clean this bottom bit off anyway. So it needs to be cleaned up to about there somewhere, doesn't it? Yeah, so I can clean that little area there. I should go outside and do that, because I tried it inside and it makes such a bloody mess, so I thought I'd do that again. Right, so for point of reference, it's 10 inches. Oh, someone can stick the tape on very well, do they? Feel crooked. I think that's the last measurement there, 10 inches. Because that lip there, I've actually ground it off. Do another one in the middle, one out with it. That's it. Take it, the bottom of the door is straight. Straightish. So if all these dots should line up nicely there, sort of. That's it. Could go another bit up here. Right, check CFI there, yeah. So that should be under 10 inches. Oh, it is, just under. Right, so that's pretty much where the door's got to go back on, or the bottom of the skin. So now I'm just going to take it outside. I'm going to grind this piece off, clean it up, and take these edges off. This edge right down to there, and along there. Well, I've cut part of the skin off. I had to come indoors because it started bloody raining out there. Unbelievable, isn't it? I thought I'd be out there, sort of cut it up and so I can make a mess outside rather than in the garage. Anyway, I've cut this little section out. This is the bit I was a bit worried about, sort of feeling I didn't know if to cut it out or, well, cut a little piece of this section out and weld it in, but I'm glad I decided to take the whole lot off now, because if I turn it over, obviously that's where the hole was, and the rest of it all starting to go. There's a little bit sort of there, and the whole thing was starting to go, and the actual lip itself, what it goes onto, that's starting to rust a little bit, so it's probably a good call. Anyway, so I've taken that off now. There's a lot of like rubberised, I don't know, like undersealy stuff in there. So I'm just going to let it all dry out, and I'll give it a good grind up and put some rust treatment on it. Then I'm going to mark it out for the new door bottom. It's a bit of a pain all getting wet because I wanted to keep it dry. The plan was really put some rust preserver on it, but I've let it dry out now and do it later. So all in all, that was a good decision. It could have been a bad one. I'm quite pleased with it now. You see that big blob of undersealy stuff? They did think it through, like they did underseal it all and rust preserve it, but what they didn't do really, back in the time, see there's a hole there, which I drilled in. There was an original hole there, but it needed really like a bigger slot, because right in that corner there was a massive big pile of dirt. It's obviously been there for years. And the rest of it, considering the doors, I don't know, that door, how old is it, 50 years? It's in really good nick, and even when I sort of cut through here, I thought, oh, I can have trouble welding that, but no, that's really good. So I think the key to everything now is to let it dry, mark it out, cut my line across here for this, and give it another good clean, and hopefully get on with it. Right, it's all ready for welding now, I think. Well, I hope. Well, I can't do any more on what I've done now, so what I did double check, before I actually cut the old one off, I measured from the original bottom of the door up to here and put a line, which in this case was actually 10 inches, nice round number. So I've actually put it back on again, right on the money where it was, so I'm hoping that the door was actually okay before, probably not. I know you're supposed to do it with it on the car, but I can't really, because I can't really weld in the other garage. So that's all ready to go now. The trouble I did have was this little gap here. I made it too tight to start off with. So what I've done, I've opened it up a little bit, so there is actually a little gap. So when I push it down, the weld will actually go in the gap, rather than a sort of butt weld. I can actually fit out with weld now. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to be like. We'll see. Now the reason I'm not welding at the moment is I've never welded successfully very thin steel. So what I've ordered a piece of 0.8mm, which this is made of, and I'm going to cut it up into bits, and I'm going to have a practice welding first, set the MIG up. I've got the right size wire apparently, which is 0.6, something like that. Anyway, I will double check it. There is quite a few dents in this panel anyway. There's a dent there, there's a dent there, one there. So I'm not overly fussed with it. So but if you push it down just very gently, that is pretty flush there. So maybe, I'm not sure the best way to do it, but maybe start from the middle, just put a little bit of pressure on there, tack it, let it cool and get away, then sort of go out every sort of, I don't know, 4 inches or so right the way along. And that's it there. Then I've got to bang this lip in. I think what I might do is fully weld it. I was only going to tack it to start off with, but I thought I was going to try it on the car, but the door's such a poor fit anyway. It's not going to be a show car, well obviously not because I'm building it. So I will get some, as soon as I get the piece of steel, I'm going to weld this up. I'm not trying to bang this lip over yet. If anyone's got any ideas, that'd be great. I was just going to get a piece of wood and bang it over, but I think it's a bit more delicate than that. It's not that straight anyway. Anyway, that's pretty much it now. So I'll do one more video, which will obviously be the part 3 video, with me actually welding it and buggering the door up completely. See you later.